humanities, languages and social sciences. And my job is to support students, basically, as the job title suggests, and I do that in a few different ways. One is to support students with their academic or study skills, so that could be essay writing, time management, critical thinking, presentations work, academic reading, all that kind of stuff. And I do that in classes that I run myself, or in one-to-one situations here in my office now, like where you are. And the other side of my work, I suppose, is pastoral work. So I help students with non-academic issues. That could be accommodation, personal problems, finance issues, finding work, that kind of thing. So it's a one-stop shop really for any issues at university, I would say. Yeah, I mean, so some of the most important issues, I mean, a lot of it is study skills, as I said, but more and more, I think it's interesting because we're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs more and more every year. And I think a lot of staff in the faculty would agree with this. And we have a lot of initiatives around this as well. We're seeing a lot of students coming to university with psychological issues, mental health issues, well-being issues. And each year it seems to be getting, I haven't got the stats to back this up, but it seems to be getting more and more each year that students need that psychological support as well as the academic support. So it seems to be increasing. Based on my life experiences myself, of working with young people, young adults, and doing this job day in, day out, I think Maslow's hierarchy of needs, in terms of the fourth section about achieving self-esteem, I think it's kind of logical that if we start at the very bottom about the need for breathing, food, water, physical intimacy, sleep, if that's in place, and then you have the safety barrier at the next level up, and you have a secure job, and you have somewhere to live, and you have good family around you, and then you have friendship and good family relations, it seems obvious that you'll have better self-esteem.
For the love and belonging stage of Maslow, the third one, which belong the family. I'm 20 years old. I'm a European student from Cyprus. I'm on my first year for a psychology BSc. As I have experienced both situations as the youngest child of a family and a parent, I believe that the main idea of personal development starts and finishes with family, because when you are young, you are influenced by a lot of situations. For example, you go football training, you can go to ballet dance, you can go anything, and your family helps you with. The most important thing that to have the support of your family, the cultural acceptance, so you reach a point that you have your self-esteem, you believe in yourself, so anything you put your mind to it, you can achieve it.
I don't think it's true everybody, but even if you took away, for example, somebody who isn't sleeping so well and doesn't eat so well, almost certainly just those two important elements could affect their self-esteem. I think so.
However, the hierarchy theory, in contrast with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, does not assume that lower level needs must be satisfied before high level needs become activated. My name is Panagiotis Zanetou. I'm a business management with marketing student in Manchester Metropolitan University, and I'm on my final year. Through my course units so far, we had the opportunity to explore several motivation theories which focus on identifying drives and needs that an individual will have to satisfy in the workplace. Maslow's hierarchy of needs assumes that physiological, safety, social, self-esteem needs have to be sequentially fulfilled in order to achieve self-actualization. Based on this work, Alterfer later developed the ERG theory, which is based on Maslow's pyramid, where existence, relatedness, and growth needs have to be fulfilled. The ERG theory suggests that our need for progression drive us to satisfy our existence, relatedness, and growth needs. Furthermore, this theory includes another principle where it is suggested that an individual's failure to satisfy his growth needs will lead to frustration and regression. For example, if a manager who fails to satisfy his growth needs will probably respond by demanding an increase on his monthly salary in order to satisfy his existence
The thing
needs.
is, again, speaking as a parent, but also speaking as someone who works here and sees our students, again, what I see more and more is I think a lot of parents, again, unfortunately I'm talking generally here, but they don't seem to be instilling in their kids any coping mechanisms with coping with difficulty in life. You know, always, whoever you are, you're going to have moments in life when it's very hard or difficult, when there's all sorts of things going on, and parents don't seem to be, again, generally don't seem to be giving their kids those tools to deal with difficulty. You know, whether that's the death of a family member, the death of a pet, whether it's dealing with a bad grade, an essay, you know, in an essay, those things happen and you have to deal with them. You can be upset, you can be, you know, not happy, but some people fall to pieces over those things, and that really comes from the parent. The parents have to, they're not making their kids very strong.
Through my first year of psychology at MMU, in the social and community psychology course, we learn about the Bronfenberner ecological system theory, which suggests that there are several systems in our society. First is a microsystem, which includes your individual person, for example, your age, your gender, your in your family, your friends, the religion you believe in. And then it's the mesosystem, which includes your neighbors, the school you've been to, if you, for example, if you're in a football academy, in a dancing school. And then it's the exosystem, the next one, which includes the place you work, the people you meet there. And also the general idea is that everyone is concluded with culture. So if a person lives in a different country or a different region in a country, it can make a difference to his personal development.
I guess it's different for every individual. It's hard to say for everybody, but again, if we're talking generally, I think, you know, the kind of society we live in this country anyway, I can only speak for this country and maybe the Western world, I guess, is, you know, we live in a very consumerist society, and all our kind of even spiritual needs and everyday needs seem to be wrapped up with consumerism, and I think that's very false, very sad, very unreal. So I'm very aware of that with my own daughter. I've got a 15-year-old and a 1-year-old. So with the 15-year-old, I'm very careful that I don't solve all her problems for her. I don't say, "Yeah, it'll be fine, don't worry, I'll sort it out for you." She has to resolve things. She has to take responsibility for things that happen to her sometimes, and she has to. And I think that will make her a better and stronger adult and a better person in the community as well.